Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different to what's usually on the channel, and we're taking a trip in the FlyByWire A320 Neo from London Heathrow across to Brest in France. Simbrief's given me a flight time of roughly 50 odd minutes or so, so we'll see how we get on. We are using live weather today, and the scenery that I'm using is the Asobo at London Heathrow, which I gotta say is quite nice. I quite like it, and certainly does the job for me. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit. Right, so let's have a look at my plan. So, fuel to get on board is 6.3, so we'll round that up. So let's go ahead and just services, forward to the cloud, and I'll go ahead and start the refueling process, which is what we want. Okay, so let's have a look down here. So here's our route. So we're taking off from runway 27 right today. So I'm looking at my Navigraph charts. Just to my right, you know, so we're going to be going on the Goski 2 Foxtrot. So let's go ahead and set up the MCDU first. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and request our route. 28,000 feet today. Let's just come up here and go ahead and put in 28,000 feet. So we've got some restrictions on the departure here as well, so I'll have to take them into account as we go, I think. Which is good. Cost index up 18 today, which is fine. Zero fuel weight. That's there. Fuel was going to be 6. What did I say? 6.4. Yes, or 6.4 is what we will round to. 6.4. Perfect. Performance. So we'll take flaps 1 today and up of 0.5. Put in our V speeds. And there we go, like that. Progress, so the ICAO is LF Romeo Bravo, and then go into that. There you can see we've got 236 miles, well, 237 really, to Brest from London Heathrow. So let's go ahead and look at our flight plans. So as I said, we're taking the 27 right departure, and that's going to be going by the Goski 2 Foxtrot. So that goes in there, and there we go. So let's just go ahead down here, because I'm sure there's discontinuity. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and clear that, and then our arrival is going to be on 25 left. So let me just go ahead and here and look at my Navigraph charts. So what we want is arrival. If I can make this brighter. So 25 left, ILS Zulu, and we're coming in by the that one. And there we go. Yes. Okay. Good stuff. Again, let's just go ahead and make sure we've got no discontinuities in there, because I'm sure we do. There we go. Discontinuity there. Perfect. Okay, so performance. Let's just check everything on here. Yeah, looks good. Looks fine. Yeah. Okay. So let's come back across to here. So sim resources. Whether at Heathrow is 1015. So we can go ahead and change that. That's what we want. Yeah, looking good. So where are we with fuel? 6.3. So it's just about finished by the looks of it. He says he's complete, which is good. Perfect. So next, let's go ahead and plan our pushback. There's a nifty little tool that stumbled across not so long ago, which is pretty good. It's a lot better than the default method of pushback. It's a lot easier and just a little bit more realistic, really, in my opinion, which is good. So let's go ahead and remove the jet bridge. Okay. Looking good. Cool. So right, now that's done. Let's go ahead and request pushback. Should start doing his thing. Just about ready to go then. Our wing will just clear the catering truck there. That's fine. Looking good. Lifting us up, so we should be able to release the parking brake. We should begin the push. Any second now, there we go. And we are off. Nice, looks pretty cool with the old wing views. Sound great as well, don't they? I like how the wings just bob a little bit, you know, just like they do in real life. Honestly, simulators have come so far, haven't they, since, you know, way back in the day. I think I started with like FS98, I think, you know, and came through the ranks. 2000 and was it 2004? FS9. And FSX, P3D, and now look where we are. It's fantastic. So good. Awesome. Simply awesome. Okay, so left engine stabilizing now. Let's go ahead and check my trim here. No, it's not 0.5 like I said. Which is cool. Flaps set to 1. Cool. Let's go. Brake check. There we go. Nice. Very nice indeed. So pretty much coming right up here on Bravo all the way down, more or less. Because we are fairly light on fuel, she is a bit of a pocket rocket at the moment, which is fine. Spoiler's deploying nicely. I think the weather in Brest on our arrival isn't too bad. I think it's more or less like this, really. It's a nice view, that. I quite like it. All this all the way down now. goes the runway.
Please prepare for takeoff.
Nice. So let's go ahead and get the stopwatch going. And off we go. Okay, happy days. V1. We're up. Weather ready to climb. Gear travels. Okay, fantastic. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and plonk the autopilot on. Okay, it's 1500 feet. Come back down to climb thrust. Go. Looking nice, very nice. Here we are on the departure out of London Heathrow. So because we've got managed climb in here, it should be reading the restrictions in place for us. So it should remain at 6,000 feet for a little while now. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. We've just begun our descent now into Brest. Just as you see there, we're just coming up to the coastline, which is what we want. So just go ahead down here and look at our charts. So at the minute I'm just about up here if we look in relation to this chart here. So you can see I've got a restriction in place here at SOPEX, not below 6,000 feet. And if I see that 6,000 feet, there's the restriction, so it should not take us below 6,000 feet until that point, which is what we want. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to switch that back over to there. What's the QNH at Brest 1018? There we go, perfect. Okay, so once we hit 10,000 feet, go ahead and push the Getting a bit dark in here. Getting a bit dark, so yeah, we'll put the London lights on once we hit 10,000 feet. It's nice. It's good, so you can see we're 33 minutes into the flight, not long to go now. Cool, so we're doing okay, I think. So let's go have a look at our performance information for our arrival. So you can see the QNH that we put in earlier was 1018. We've got a temperature of 20 plus 20 degrees. Wind is 350 at 9 knots. Yeah, I'm going to go for a full landing config, which gives us a VAP of 121, and we'll have a 300 feet check before we commit to the landing phase, which is good. So happy there. Coming along nicely. It's a good view, that, isn't it? Look, I mean, just look at the wing flux as well. It's fantastic. It does look like a nice part of the world. Although, it pains me to say it being an Englishman, saying that about the French, but old rivalries die hard, eh? Lol. Right, so doing well. See, it is a bit cloudier here than it was at Heathrow, but that's fine. It's a good job we're doing an ILS approach. So that should take us in more or less up until we have to disengage, which is fine. So more or less, actually, here from here, it's pretty much a straight in approach almost. So you can see here we are. It's on the map there. It's going to bring us in here to SOPEX. Because we're not going via any VOR or anything like that, we're just going to come straight in. It is literally a straight in approach. More or less. So for 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and put the landing system on. I'll go ahead and select to make sure we got our low auto brake setting selected. There's probably a reason why people might use another auto brake setting, but I prefer, don't mind using low, since I've got plenty of room on the runway and we are fairly light, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, so let's go ahead. So again, shouldn't be below 6,000 feet by SOPEX, which I would be surprised if we are. So look at our chart here, everything like this. Yeah, we're going to come straight in. So just approaching 10,000 feet now, which is why we have just slowly brought the nose up a little bit just to help decrease the speed to 250 knots or below. Once we hit that 250 knots, then we should drop the nose a bit more again and carry on with our descent. So we're not far from landing now. nice. Nice short hop. I'm still slowly getting into the A320. Been having a bit of a craving for it of late. Well, not just the A320, but some tube liner flying, I suppose. That's the better thing to say. I am thoroughly enjoying it. It's nice to do these little hops. I'm not quite one for sitting there for hours on end. Okay, so we're just about to go over SOPEX, which is fine because we're not below 6,000 feet. There's no upper limit on this point, so that's fine. Yeah, so cool. Happy days. So you should be able to see us here just coming onto this chart any second now. Really, so I think we should come on about here. There we go. Just popping on. So not too far away now. Which is cool. It's a nice view, that. Very nice. The scenery looks fantastic. Gotta say it. I know I say it every time I do make a video because it's fantastic. It does astonish me, really. Quite astonishing. Nope, bit of a freeze there. It's not good, not what you want, but yeah, not the end of the world. Just look at that. Great view. Got the airstrip down there by the looks of it. Okay, so it's looking good. Okay, so approaching 3,000 feet, which is what we want for the top of our approach. Down here, 3,000 feet by 8.5 DME. Which is what we are, so we're fine there. Plenty of space. Plenty of altitude, I should say. How good does it look? That's a better one. Sorry if I'm a bit jumpy with the cameras. I've just figured out how I can set them all up, so it's quite nice being able to pan around and stuff. That's cool. Okay, so you can see the localizer is alive. Come out of that. Yeah, so we have control. I think that is the runway right there. Let's just go ahead and put the localizer on. Should capture it soon. It should be about 8.2 miles we capture the glide slope. I think that's what the chart was saying there. 8.5 I should say, 8.5. So let's just do some last minute checks. Landing lights are on, seatbelt signs are on, smoking signs are on as well. Steering lights are all fine. Brake chair, auto brake is selected. Got it selected low, which is good. Happy days. I don't know what I did earlier, but when I was fiddling about with the camera settings, the default camera setting when I first enter the aircraft is that, and I don't know why. I've even uninstalled and reinstalled the fly-by-wire aircraft, and it's still the same. I'm not sure why. Let's begin to slow down now, so we can deploy our first stage of flap. You can see the glide slopes now is alive. So we need to slow down now so we can configure. Drop the gear at 10 miles. So here we are approaching 10. So too busy gas in there. First stage of flap also going in there. So let's go ahead and select the approach. Hopefully it should capture at any moment now. Speed again. Drop in the second stage of flaps there.
2,500.
Looking good. I can see the runway. Happy there. Good, so track. So I'll just slow down a little bit more. 150. Third stage of flap. I'm going to go for a full config, so that's fine. Still got 5.8 miles to run. We're looking good. Speed's coming down nicely. Let's go ahead and pop that on the old ILS there. So I'll drop the final stage of flap now. There we go. Nice. Start to bring that down now. It's looking so good. Damn, just love the views.
1,000.
Speed's coming down now nicely. So, MS was giving us a VAP of 121. So let's just drop that down now. Drop down to 125 because then once get over the runway, it'll drop a little bit more. Man, that looks so good. Bit of a breeze.
300.
300. I'm going to commit, see the runway fine. Slightly low, but that's fine.
200. 100.
Autopilot off.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Welcome to Brest. Here we go. Can we get off here? Flaps up. No, it's not a long taxiway, it's APU start. Taxi. Off. Set to taxi. There we go, they're waiting for us at the gate already. Nice to see the marshal there. Let's bring this in. And there we go. Parking brake set. Everything's good. APU is online. Let's go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and bring in the, as for the jetway. Luggage and catering. Very nice indeed. Well, and there you have it, folks. London Heathrow to Brest in France. I hope you enjoyed your flight with me this morning. I certainly had a good time. And I hope to see you again on another flight. Until next time, give us a thanks, give us a like and subscribe. It would really help us out. Until next time, I'll see you later.